This is episode 73.
I am so happy that you're here and thank you for joining my show, your coach, Helen Yuskovic. I am on a worldwide mission to help people get confident in putting themselves first because I used to put myself second my whole life. And because of that, I experienced every unhealthy relationship possible. An unhealthy relationship with myself, my health, my wealth, my intimate relationships, my family, my friends, and my career. I'm now living in an abundance that I used to just dream about. So I want to pave the way for you too. It's time, guys. It's time that you live in the life of your dreams as well. So let's take a step towards that right now. P.S. Subscribe to my podcast on your app now so that you always tune in to my new episodes. Good morning, beautiful people. Today's Start Your Day Right show is all about my favorite topic, which is self-care. And I'm going to run you through self-care in a few different areas of your life. And those different areas are your physical health, your social health, your emotional health, and your spirituality. So if you would like to write these down, feel free to grab a pen and paper. Otherwise, kick back, relax, turn it up loud, and here we go. Self-care is so important because no one else is going to be your best friend as well as you. It's really important to be your own cheerleader and to make sure that you spend time filling your cup up, because we all know that pouring from an empty cup doesn't do anyone any justice. Not yourself, not your friends, not your kids, not your partner, not anybody. And self-care is one of those valuable things that lots of people start to neglect by default. It's not even something that people want to forget. It's just something that people do forget because life gets in the way. And what happens is we put ourselves to the side and not as a priority. When it comes to your life and your life balance, if you are not balanced, you will definitely not feel the best. You won't feel well. Your physical body mightn't feel as strong as it should or as supple as it should. And your emotions might be up and down. And you just might feel a lack of balance in your life. So here are a few of my favorite things to do. For physical health,
Sleeping well. Having a good quality sleep is one of the best things that you can do for yourself. Working out. Having a really great workout session is a beautiful thing to do for physical self-care. Walking daily. Brilliant, low impact way to also get back in touch with nature, clear your head, work on your physicality. Having a massage is number 4 for physical self-care. Having a massage really helps with circulation, with muscles, with joint pains, with making sure that your body is in working order. Eating healthily is another really great thing to do for physical self-care. You feel great after it. You feel proud of yourself for eating healthy, and you start looking well as your internal organs saying thank you, and all of your digestive system coming back into a really great balance. Yoga is awesome for physical self-care, aligning with your mind, your body, your breath, and your spirit. And also having a nap is one of my favorite things to do because we are overworked, we are an exhausted species, and it is really great if you could have a nap during the day at any point, just for about 20 minutes to revive yourself, to revitalize yourself, to rest, to relax. And if you are one of those people that says, oh, I just can't nap, then what you can do is just lay still, close your eyes, and meditate for 20 minutes. Social self-care. This one's pretty cool. So number 1 is creating boundaries. Social self-care is so important, especially if you're one of those people that feels like you get walked all over. Creating boundaries, healthy boundaries, is very, very important to do. It's a must to do. And if somebody keeps crossing your boundaries, pull them up or push them aside. Socializing, making sure you spend time with people. Number 3, positive social media. I have friends that have always closed their social accounts and reopened them and blocked this person and unblocked this person. Just watch and follow positive people. Make sure that your social media health is positive. Make it a positive experience. I have not had a negative social media experience because the people that I follow and look at are people that just light me up and bring more positivity to my life. And you can do that too. Number 4 for social self-care is open communication. Being brave and courageous and knowing that you are worth and deserving of open communication as well, and that it is your right to be able to feel comfortable enough to have open communication in a social environment. Quality time, having quality time maybe with your partner, with a loved one, with your kids, or even your best friend, and also asking for help and not being ashamed of reaching out to someone and saying, I need some help. Emotional self-care is number 3. Emotional self-care is a huge area, and some of the best self-care tips that I have for emotional self-care is number 1, exercise. Especially if you have ever had anxiety or depression, exercise is your number 1 medicine for these two, because once you get moving and once you do whatever it is that you're doing, you'll get a really beautiful chemical release in the brain that will start to bring back feelings of happiness and calm. Emotional maturity is another great emotional self-care tip, and just learning to be stable with your emotions and to learn how to stay in control in situations, because nothing is worth your stress, guys. Absolutely nothing. Forgiveness, very important. Forgive yourself to forgive others that have hurt you. Also, having compassion is a really great emotional self-care tip. Remembering that we should treat others how we expect to be treated, and always having compassion for people. Being kind. This is a great follow on from having compassion. Being kind doesn't cost you anything, but it makes your heart sing. And also working with a coach, really good emotional self-care tip, especially if you might be struggling in this area or any other area that I'm mentioning for that matter. The last thing I'd like to go through is your spiritual self-care, and something that I love to do for this is self-reflection and spending some time thinking back on the things that I did and having a full-on reflection moment, and even journaling about it and finding out ways that I can improve to be better. Number 2 is meditation. Meditation is great for every single area that I've mentioned here today, which is the physical self-care, social self-care, emotional self-care, and spiritual self-care. Meditation is great for all of them. The science is here to back it up. So get meditation into your life, even if it's just 10 slow breaths with closed eyes. Yoga is another great way in for spiritual self-care. Nature, spend time in nature. Take your shoes off, reconnect with the earth. Another thing I love is journaling. Go grab yourself a journal if you want to work on this area and just write. You don't even have to plan it out. You can just open your book and write anything that comes out. And sometimes you can surprise yourself at what you write. And having no judgment when you do any sort of journaling, just let it out. It's the best therapist that you'll never pay for. And the last one is pray. So whatever your faith is, praying and sending our wishes out to the universe is another great way to up your spiritual self-care. And I hope that you guys enjoyed these types of self-care. I'd love to hear yours. If you have any, please jump on my Instagram and let me know what you love doing. And if you'd like my free self-care list, you can go onto the website wholehealth.com.au and download it for free. I'll put a link here in the show notes as well, because self-care is the best care. Health-care and self-care. And let's make sure that your 2022 is full of healthcare and self-care. Until next week, guys.
Thank you times infinity for spending time with me. It really means a lot. Putting yourself first will really help escalate your goals, your dreams, and I love being on the journey with you. So make sure you come and tell me on my Instagram at Whole Health, which is HOL_health, and comment below this podcast photo to share your thoughts on my show today. And if you enjoyed it, please leave me a 5-star review on iTunes or Spotify so that I can keep bringing amazing value to you. I'm sending you truckloads of love, power, and joy. Bye for now.